It was supposed to be a quick and easy replacement. Take out the old GPU and put in the new one. And I thought it was gonna be that easy. I thought that's all I had to do was unplug it, plug it back in, maybe attach a few cables onto it, but that'd be it. If I knew that I'd have to rewire my entire PC in order to get my new GPU to work, I would have done it not on the day that I'm supposed to go live. But hindsight is 2020, and I am as impatient as I am stubborn, so I did it anyways. So I recently upgraded my PC from the Nvidia 2060 to the AMD 9070 XT, something like that. So recently I made the jump to switch over from Nvidia graphics drivers over to AMD. I have an AMD 7 processor, so it makes sense to switch over and just have a full AMD system. Plus, Nvidia's insane. Their prices ridiculous. Their quality's not that good in comparison to what AMD's putting out right now. And for a significant discount for the same, if not better performance, I'm loving it. I'm loving it over here so far. That does not mean it was an easy or simple process. I guess simple, but not easy, given that I have no technical experience at all. I've never modified my PC. I've always had my friends around that could do that for me, or my little brother who was going to help me with this, but then we found out that I didn't have enough power cables to plug in the new GPU. So you see these plugs right here? These plugs are what connect your graphics card to your power supply. But you'll see is this is one plug. My new graphics driver has 3 of these. And guess who decided to throw out all of his extra power cables because they didn't need them. So after taking my PC all apart, I was left with 2 options. Option 1, just plug back in the old GPU, button up the PC, go live at 6, and we'll take care of it another day, you know, probably on like a Saturday. But Option 2 would be saying fuck that, driving to Best Buy and buying an extremely overpowered power supply because it's the only one that they had in stock. We picked Option 2. So I ended up picking up a 1050 power supply. It was the only one that they had. And I know what you're thinking, but Goobs, why would you buy an entirely new power supply when you know that you have to replace all of the wires of your PC when you have to go live in a few hours? And that's a valid question. And to that, I will say, I didn't know! I didn't know that at all. So I purchased this thinking I'd be able to just swap out the old one, plug in the new one, it'd have extra cables, so I'd just be able to use the cables in it.
Got the 3 PCIe cables, since might as well. And then this one is actually a GPU cable. It's connected.
Wrong. Dead wrong. I did not know that this simple plug and play operation was going to result in me rewiring my entire PC.
That is connected to these into the hardware. Replace this one.
And unfortunately, my brother was going to be helping me with this. He's way more talented than me at anything computer related. Honestly, it would have been great to have him there and doing all the work for me. But because this was a bigger project than he was originally signed up for, he had to split. So I was left to my own devices. So if you were like me and don't know why it's important to use the same cables throughout the entire PC, apparently it's very dangerous to use different brand of cables that didn't come in the box with your power supply. Apparently it's a fire hazard, it'll burn your PC down, your house, your kids, everything with it. So I opted to make sure I replaced all of them. And I know what you're thinking again, but Goobs, if you had to replace all the wires in there and you have to go live in a few hours, why would you do that? You should probably just wait till Saturday. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. Stubborn, impatient. I want new thing shiny. I want it in my PC. So I spent the next about hour and a half properly researching what cables go into what compartment, why they work, and where they're supposed to go. Wrong. I am a very simple person. Monkey see, monkey do. So I spent about 2 minutes going through the existing cables that are in there and figured, oh, well, these are gonna be the same cables. They just need to be from the different manufacturer. So all I needed to do is just see what cables were originally going where, and I'm good to go. And if I'm wrong, there goes my PC. But that was a risk I had to take. You understand. You're understanding it now. So after it's all said and done, I go in, I swap out the wires properly, everything's looking good, but it was a bitch to get it to fit in. I couldn't tell which way it was supposed to go, up or down, how you were supposed to flip it. It was a whole issue.
Oh, we got it in. Oh, now it's time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. She lives. She lives.
But I overcame it. I shoved it in, made the wires fit, and we're right as rain. But I wanted more. You see, I had acquired a taste for growth, a taste for more. I realized that I was only using 16 gigabytes of RAM, and RAM prices right now are insanely expensive. So at this point in time, I only had 2 RAM sticks in my PC, but as I was in there tinkering around, I realized I had room for 4. So I scoured the web. I searched and I searched and I searched, and I wasn't gonna pay $300 for no goddamn RAM sticks. So instead, I did some digging to find the exact same pair of RAM that came with the computer. So after a few days of searching, I finally found an eBay listing selling some lightly used RAM sticks in the exact same brand that I have. And I bought them immediately.
So the packaging was a little sketchy, but ooh, it's here. And it looks pretty clean.
So when they actually arrived, as sketchy as the packaging was, they did arrive in pretty clean shape. Honestly, I couldn't even tell that they were used, with the exception of like one little snag on the barcode at the back.
I've never installed RAM before, so we'll have to see how this goes.
But I said, fuck it, we're putting it in anyways.
Dude, imagine holding RAM in 2026. We're so up. We're so up. All right. Honestly, I'm recording more so for the flashlight. Oh, how am I supposed to get that to fit? All right, this might not be a one-hand job. Let's set you down.
I was so nervous putting these things in. Like, you have no idea. I was trying to record, but then I was like, I'm not gonna fuck this up. I need this RAM to work. So I ended up putting the camera up, snapping them in place. They snapped in pretty hard. You have to put a decent amount of power between your oomph in there. And I was a little nervous about breaking it. So I snapped them in, turned on the PC, and I went straight to the task manager to see if it finally worked.
Oh, there they are.
Oh, let's take a look.
31.9, let's go, we did it. We did it.
And oh my goodness, I can't explain to you how happy I was when I finally opened that up and saw 32 gigs of RAM. I've been operating with 16 gigs for so long, so to be able to double that, it made everything smoother. My stream started playing a lot smoother. I wasn't losing frames as much. I'm super excited today because I'm gonna go in and actually like stress test it a little bit to see like what I can do from it. But it was incredible. The only thing that I would change on it next would maybe be the processor. Right now I've got a Ryzen 7 5800X, but I know with my GPU, I could probably get a lot more out of it if I upgrade my processor. But for the time being, I'm happy, it works. I'm able to stream both on Twitch and TikTok at the same time. But all in all, it was a pretty smooth process, albeit a few setbacks were in place. But besides that, it was a pretty smooth process upgrading. And the switch over from Nvidia GPU over to AMD, it was all the world difference. I certainly am happy with it so far. I highly recommend you guys do it as well. Fuck Nvidia, try AMD, especially if you got an AMD processor, which you should anyways, because Intel kind of ass. But yeah, that's it. Parts gonna be down below. Let me know what your PC looks like. What would you recommend me adding in next? I'd be very curious to see what you guys have to say. And that's about it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and making it this far into the video. If you have any questions about my setup, parts, or how to upgrade and make the switch yourself from Nvidia to AMD, feel free to leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to tell you what I know. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.